Hello and welcome. I'm Josh Cooper, and it's another Wednesday live yoga class. Today's class is a focus on balance, more on the lower body, building some lower body stuff, but we'll do some core stuff at the start and we'll do a little bit of everything. So a little bit of a strength heavy practice today, but fun stuff, and I'm really excited to share this with you today. So roll out your mat, find your space. Nothing, if you don't have a yoga mat, that's okay too. Just find some space for the practice. Maybe put your devices on Do Not Disturb, and let's get ready to have some fun. Join me here. We're going to start today's practice with a good one, plank pose. So option one, we have our hands either way, spread nice and wide. Option one, we take the legs back, heels back, up nice and tall. If this feels like a little too much, and you want to take the knees down, just find one line like this. Let's try to keep the breath nice and even through the practice. So we'll find a 4-4 count with the breath. Heels reach back. You can squeeze the legs a little together. Have the chest nice and strong, nice and proud. Look straight ahead or just down a little bit. And we'll stay for 5, 4, 3, 2. If this is too much on the hands or the wrists, you can always come down onto forearms. For our next pose, we're going to come to side planks. So right side, I'll just turn so you can see this way. So option one, stacking the both legs up nice and tall, hands spread. If this feels okay, option two would be to take the support either of this top leg or with the knees bent nice and tall. But let's try to, again, hold this here. Find a nice strong plank, side plank on the right side for 5, 4, maybe floating the leg or taking the arm under and back. 3, 2, keep that bottom hip lifted. On 1. Let's take it now to the other side, left side plank. So hands, fingers nicely spread or coming down onto the arm if it's too much for you. Stacking the legs, hips up nice and tall, nice and high, that bottom hip. Stacking the 2 hips, breathing here. Staying with our 4 count in and 4 count out. One more breath. Very nice. I'm just going to turn on the fan here. Let's come down onto our mat, onto our back for a bridge pose. You can tell I'm going to need just a little more fan here. You might want whatever that you're comfortable, maybe have some water nearby. For bridge pose, we're coming onto our back, feet about hip distance apart, and we're just going to have our hands out by the side, and we're going to press into our feet. You can press into your hands, lift up, squeeze the hips, the glutes at the top, thighs almost squeezing together but keeping hip distance apart. Keep your shoulders down on the mat. Press your shoulder blades down, squeeze the bum, squeeze the backs of the thighs, the hamstrings, the heels can even squeeze a little. For 5, 4, really feel it. Get the hips a little higher, chest a little more towards your chin. 3, really good antidote to a lot of sitting. This will strengthen out the back line. 2, last one. On 1, we lower the hips down. Take a moment, take your time. If you're feeling so inclined, you can windshield wipe a couple times to right, left. Eventually, we're going to make our way up to stand, so just rocking to the right side or coming up in your fashion And we'll come up to stand with the big toes to touch, the heels just a bit apart. And press into the feet, reach the arms up and overhead. I want you to interlace and unlock the index finger, just like this. And then I want to take it into a back bend. So press into your feet, heels and big toes, or balls of the feet. Lift through the chest, look up at your hands, and then look back at your hands and try to take it up and back. Squeeze the legs strong, so find a really strong base in your lower body, and lift up out of that and find some really nice back bend. Even through the whole spine for 5. Lift with the chest, look up at your index fingers, which are out. 3. Nice steady breath. Try to make your breath just like you would in another pose. 2. On 1, we're going to come back up, keep the interlace of the hands, and then we take it to the right. Squeeze the legs, press into the feet, lift up and out of the hips, and adjust your body so you're level. Breath steady. Keep the legs active and strong so you can find more opening here. Even through the spine, evening out as you see. Last breath. Okay, come back up. Let's take it to the other side now. Lift up with the inhales, find length. The exhales, just allow for that to happen. It'll take some time here. Squeeze the legs, press into the feet, look up at the hands, or look straight ahead. Two more breaths here, doing great. Oh yeah, nicely done. Coming back up, we'll turn to face the long side of our mat, and we're gonna step the left leg back, so the hands are down, and we're gonna take it from here, we're gonna take it into, one pose. That's one thing out. We're going to bring the feet together from here, both feet together, sink the hips back so the hands are down on the floor, and then bring the hands to the thighs and lift the chest. Press into the feet, send the hips back, make the spine long, and bring your ribs in. So this is one option. You can stay here or bring the hands together, press the hands together nice and firm, and lift a little taller. And our final option, reach the arms up. You can always take it back. Hips back, weight in the heels and the balls of the feet. So bring some weight into the front, not just in the back. Hips back. Two more breaths here. Okay, very nice. Plant the hands, step the left leg back, and then we're coming into this runner's lunge. So we're going to have left heel reaching back, and we can come up onto the fingertips or just have the hands here if you have some yoga blocks. If this is really, really challenging, that can be really helpful, books or blocks. But over time, you can work to float these fingers. So I'm sending my back heel back, and I'm trying to lift so my belly is not on the thigh, but just above over time. Two more breaths here. Okay. From here, step left foot forward, right foot back. Same pose other side. So heel reaches back, back heel back. Press evenly through the front foot. if you can, just float the hands here. Other option, if you don't have any props, option is just taking the hands here. Or if that feels like too much at any time, just drop this knee down and you will get much of the benefit, or you could put something under this knee as an in-between if you have something that can be nice too. Like a folded blanket or pillow. 2 more breaths here. Okay. Plant the hands, step back. From here, take the knees down. Take the knees out and bring the big toes to touch and shift the hips back. Take a few breaths here in child's pose. You can walk the hands forward, the hips back, head down. From here, lift the hips up. Take the, take the arms out and we'll come into downward dog, downward facing dog. So you have a soft bend in the knees, lift the hips, press firmly into the hands. Fingers are spread wide. Straighten the arms. Let the head drop. Make the spine long. You can straighten the legs any amount here. Let's step the right foot forward. As before, we'll come into that runner's lunge. This time, I want you to take the right arm up, so we're coming into a lunge with a twist. Back heel reaches back, reach up through the top arm, look up at the top arm. For 5, 4, awesome work, 3, we're building balance side to side and building strength in the body. On 1, let's bring the right hand down. Step forward, step the other leg back, and now take the front arm, left arm up. So reach the back heel back, look up. So the hand can be on the floor or on a block. Another option is taking that knee down to the floor or some padding. So these one-sided asymmetric poses are so good for rebalancing in the body. Really great for countering the effects of a lot of time maybe in 1 or 2 positions and the body, with maybe positions that aren't perfectly suited for our body. Let's come back with the left hand. From here, take it back through plank and back into downward dog. Option 2 to come back into child's pose. So downward dog or child's pose. A few breaths here. If you're in child's pose, come back to downward dog. And from there, let's step right foot forward 1 more time. This time from this runner's lunge, you can bring the hands up or all the way up. For a high lunge, back heel reaches back. Feel the weight even in the front foot, the ball and the heel. Look straight ahead or up. The shoulders away from the ears, make the neck long. 2 more breaths here. Really great for opening up into that back hip extension on the back hip. So tight hip flexors. Watch out, here we go. With this pose, we melt you away. Great for the nervous system, helps us to breathe better all day long. Let's plant the hands, step back to plank, and then step the left foot forward. Take the hands up. Inhale into your high lunge. Reach that back heel back. Soft the shoulders. Make the shoulders relax away from the ears. Look straight ahead or up at the hands. Weight even in that front foot. Breath steady. Find your balance in your breath. And then the balance comes to the body. And when we can find some balance in the body, it'll come to the breath too. So, hey. Not trying to be too crazy here. Okay. From here, let's step that back leg up. Give it a little shake out. One of the classic balance poses. We'll do a short little balance series here. The traditional classic is tree pose. So I'm going to take my right foot to ankle, calf, or usually up here to the thigh. So the hands on the hips, we can take them up, chest, or overhead. Stacking, whoa, as I talk about it, stacking your hips over ankle, your heart over your hips and your head over your heart. And when you think about it too much, sometimes you fall out of it, and that's okay. This pose can just sometimes remind us to find our smile. If you're not at the knee, press the foot into the leg and resist back. So either that's foot into thigh, to help level things out, find that balance. 2 more breaths here on this first side. And switch sides, so right leg down, left leg up, or whatever side that is for you. Finding your pose, or not. You can always hold on to something. Not cheating. Finding the appropriate challenge for you. Today it's hot in here, I must be dehydrated. My balance is not what I would have hoped. Especially not for this class. But that's okay. It's not a competition. And this class is what helps us to build that balance. So I love it. We're finding our balance. Every moment, every breath. Last breath or two on this side. So we got a couple balance poses here. This is a fun little set. So from tree, we're going to do airplane, or also called warrior 3. So I like to face the long side. So left foot will be forward, and my right foot, I could just find my hips here and just have my right foot as a tripod. I don't know if the camera catches everything, but my right foot hasn't caught the ground. I could have a chair here. I can also lift up, and then I'm in the fuller sort of Lookma no hands version. You can have hands on the blocks or a chair here, but the fuller version we try to find just like the pose before, the hips in one level. You could bring hands to the back to feel that. Not. And try to look out, maybe a little out in front even. shoulder blades come together, the palms turn so that the palms face the floor. We strengthen the whole back line here. Really great work here. Bring some weight into the heel, not just in the front of the foot. Keep the heel heavy. Let's stay for 5, 4. I don't know about you, but I don't do this enough. 3. Every time I do this, it feels so good. 2 and 1. Now step right foot forward. And first we set up again. So this, you never have to lift that back foot. Just find the hips first. It's really effective even here. Hands could be on something. Find the hips. If you like lifting this leg, just try to keep the hips level here. And wherever you are, we want to find these shoulder blades coming together, looking down or out in front. And bring some weight into that front heel. Breath. Try to find your steadiness for 5. Hips over heel, hips level. 4. Shoulder blades together. Soft smile. 3, 2, on 1. Touch down, left foot down. I'll face this way for eagle pose. So right leg lifts, bend the knees. Right leg wraps over left once, maybe twice. This half version, there was another variation. I'll practice that one. Right arm comes under, wrapping. You can have the hands together. An option, if it's available, you can wrap here. Elbows down, hips back. The elbows can come towards the knees, but keep the chest lifting up. And the chin can come down a little bit, so it's like you're making yourself into this pretzel. Keep the right hip, the top hip, back. For 5, 4. Try to relax the standing foot so you're pressing still into the heel and the ball of the foot, but wow. 3, woo, 2, on 1, release. Give it a little shake out. Let's do that on the other side right away. Don't think about it too much. Right foot, standing leg, left leg lifts, bend the knees, wrap them over once, twice. Left arm under, wrap it up. Optionally, I'll show you here, I'll come a little closer. This is just something I've been playing with where you just find this hold. If it's available, great. If not, don't worry. This is another way or whatever. This is another option. I should have mentioned earlier, you can find this. I'm cheating, I'm not doing the work with you. Let's try to find this. A few more breaths here. It's not cheating, I just want to show you that. For 5. 4, try to bring that left hip back. Elbows to knees, hips back. 3. Shoulders away from ears. Chin down. 2. 2 more poses, friends. Doing great work. Building this balance here. Let's unravel. Here we go. So I'm going to face the other way for dancer pose. We're going to take the right heel back. The palm faces up and grab the inside here. Take the left arm up. And then you just kick back. So not so hard, but gently, slowly at first. Build some strength. And you can build that strength as you find that balance. So you're using the strength of your leg to open up through the chest. Look forward, the front hand, kicking back, Bring some weight into the front foot and the heel. For 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's switch sides. Okay, so left hand grabs, I'll face this way now. Left hand grabs the inside of the left leg, weight in the heel of the standing leg, right arm forward, and lift that arm up. Look up and lift up as you start to kick into the left leg, the back leg. Feel that opening and lifting. Keep some weight in the heel here, hip over heel. Look up. You can make an okay sign, experiment with that mudra, I've seen that often. Or you can have the palm up, open it up through the chest. Two more breaths here. And then one more pose after this, then we can take a little rest. Okay, let's release. Woo! Give a variation for this next one. Hand to thigh, press to hold here. This is option 1. Or we take the 2 first fingers, we hook around the thumb, the big toe, the thumb of the foot, and we kick it out. We stand up tall. They're both great options. So hand to thigh, like this, or we wrap the big toe, kick out. For 5, 4, 3, good work, feeling it. Find that smile, find that steady breath. And on one, let's switch sides now. Don't think about it too much. Root into the standing leg, hand to thigh, or peace fingers to big toe, the thumb of the foot. I think that's a new one for me. Chest lifts, root into that standing leg. Bring your head over your heart here. Have the hips nice and heavy. This is hard. So you're doing great wherever you are. Squeeze the thigh, press into the foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. Let it go. So, give it a little shake out. Shake out everything. That is hard work. Good work. Slightly different format. I think I'm gonna say goodbye to you here at this point and let you take rest of your own or move into your day as you like. But I want to offer my great thank you for those of you who are here live in the real time joining us on the Wednesday at noon. Thank you so much for showing up and for keeping on showing up, and it means so much to me. And for those of you checking it out later, thank you so much. And I want you to thank yourself because it's good. It's hard work. It's good work, and it pays off. It's such good stuff. So thank you so much. And I want you to take some time if you can. If it's not now, later, take some time to just be with your body. If you can now, lie down or find a chair, find some music, find what you need, maybe a glass of water first. But give yourself a few minutes to settle and integrate and receive the benefits. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And really happy to be back again next week. It'll be July. I can't believe it. So that's kind of cool. So we'll have another fresh class next week, and looking forward to that. And if there's anything in particular you want to work on or anything that's exciting for you right now, you can always let me know. Drop a comment. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you. Amen. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, and thank you. Bye-bye.